welcome back. We're almost done. I mean, discovering Ireland. We just have probably 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. Is that outside of the map? That's odd. This looks like a hard line. Can't access. I'm just going to get this point and then we're going to this direction. And then we're going to finish the main quest line. We need to hurry a bit. I'm kind of running out of time. There's a lot to do. And we need to dive into a new big add-on that was released. That was supposedly planned as a standalone game, but Ubisoft at some point decided, Valhalla is working fine, so why standalone if we can just call it add-on? You know, a standalone game is a game that stands on its own. I'm sorry. And an add-on is simply a big DLC that requires the main game to function, and usually from a story perspective there's some sort of connection to the base game, otherwise it wouldn't make much sense. The lighting looks beautiful on the horizon, but why is everything so grayish? It's like there's a gray filter over the entire game. I mean, I read about a modification that reshades the game and gets rid of this odd gray filter, so you have beautiful colors, but the problem is reshade is not recording friendly, so if I use a reshade, the game will look beautiful to me, but my recording tool will not be able to grab the game axis to, well, record the gameplay. And then we have a problem. Then I could only record the window, the entire screen, no matter what's on it. So if I press, for example, the Windows button, you would also see my desktop, my taskbar. That's not a problem. The problem is the quality of the picture quality will degrade, HDR will not be recorded, and a couple other minor nuisances will arrive. So if you want to record something, you need to do it in a specialized way. You need to tell the recording tool, this is a program that I want you to record. And that's the best way to get the best quality when recording. Is there anything happening on this island? What is here? Let me just... Oh, hello there. Okay. Leather, fabric, iron ore. Oh, Paul. That's, I believe, the special currency that's not moddable because it's server-sided. And it's used to get the best gear. I mean, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is not entirely pay to win. We could call it pay to progress. It's not necessary to pay money. I mean, you bought the game, you bought the DLCs, you bought the add-on, you bought cosmetics, and then Ubisoft comes in and says, you want good money, good items. You gotta pay us more money. You want XP boost. You gotta pay more money. Oh, Ubisoft. It's a shame what happened to you. I mean, look at this. This is 4K HDR. Why is everything grey? I mean, this is not... I mean, yes, there are clouds above. But you might have noticed in your own life, even if there are clouds above you, it doesn't magically turn the entire world grey. That's not how colors work. There are a couple more light sources than just direct sunlight. And even that, direct sunlight is not completely blocked just by cover clouds. I mean, if you've ever been to the Canaries or some other parts of the world where the sun is quite strong, you will realize that you can get sunburn when being in the shade all day. You don't need to be in the sun if the sun is shining strong enough. it will still burn you, even if you are all day long in the shades. Okay, where can you place? Why is it grey? What's wrong with this game? I mean, look at this. This is the 1920 version of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where everything's grey and dull. I mean, who thought this to be a good idea? I mean, developers meeting. Let's make everything grey. Yeah, yeah. What? Why? Nobody likes that. Give us colors. I mean, don't oversaturate the heck out of everything like Samsung does. That doesn't mean to cut the colors away. Seriously, why is it all grey? I mean, yes, that's a bit of green here, but I mean, look at this. It's just not there. Okie dokie. Oh, there's an abbey. Oh, there's another trading post. Do we care? Should we care? What kind of trading post is that one? I mean, we don't have to care, since we can have all the resources without no modifications, so we're just going with the quest line now. Ireland, Dublin's reach. Trade resources in tandem with the Shah to extend Dublin's influence. Raise Dublin renown to level 2. Ever sets off to Durrow to meet with... You know what? Let's do this one. Then we're going to do the quest. Oh! Oh, I didn't look down. I just was like, surely she will survive this, but... Maybe one day Ubisoft will troll me and this will lead to our death. There's a town there. What's the name of that town? No, not Austria, that's the region. Inhlonich. I probably butchered that one. If you know how to properly pronounce that one, please enlighten me. I'm always trying to improve myself. Even if you know something not, that's not a reason to not learn. Don't be an ignorant asshole. Stealth damage, critical damage, poison build-up. Nah. Wolf warrior. Fight with increased fury as death draws near. Your damage increases the lower your health. That's a very good ability. Oh, we need to get up there. Why did I get down from the mountain? That was totally unnecessary in retrospect. Was it? Oh yeah, it was. No. Oh no, yes it is. Oh yeah, well it was. Okay, so we need to get up again. Ugh. Where's my wolf? Wolfie! There you are. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, they still haven't fixed this. If you want this to properly work, horsing up or wolfing up, you need to stand still. If you are on the move, the pathfinding of, well, your companion is a bit off. It will lead to you being... What?
Here!
Why? I am hammering the shift button to tell my wolf, or our wolf, or her wolf, whatever, to sprint. But the wolf doesn't want to sprint. I mean, the last portion of this is starts to sprint. You can see it, the lower left bottom of the screen, the small bar, the blue bar, slowly retracted. So in the end it worked, but not before. Which is odd, since before the wolf had a straight path forward. So then sprinting shouldn't be a problem, but in the end, when the wolf had to climb, printing worked. It's just
This area
what?
is off limits.
Why?
Stop!
Hello there. Going to die.
What? Stop! Wait a minute! Austin!
Seriously, that one worked? That's buggy.
Austin, no issue!
Why don't the enemies notice that there's a battle behind them? I mean, I'm going to take a guess and say it's because we're high level. I hope this is the reason. Otherwise, their entire AI communication, whatever protocol they written or wrote down, is a bit unsatisfying. I mean, at some point the developers must have noticed that some things just do not work out very well. Question is, why didn't they fix it?
What?
I mean, the game wasn't released 3 days ago, it's more like 2 years ago.
Mare running away! You'll pay the blood price! Hey, what? Your work!
Am I sleeping? Seriously? That was pro weapon. Stomp. Okay. At least we should be done here. Investigate the trade post. No, no ever. Please don't hump the wall. Just do something that sounds intelligent. Interesting. The first trading post, these chests were hidden inside of the walls, but I guess at some points the developers at Ubisoft were just lazy and were like, no. Ah. Roughly written note. Chased the Danish dog from Ardmel to Gobbin's Beach. There the sea took him. I'd wager the deed went down as well. Okay, so we need to get there. Gobbins. Well, let's go. Oh, hello there. You know what? Keep breathing. I mean, hunting is a big topic. There are a lot of people, especially in the Western world, that despise hunters. And there is a problem called people have fun shooting animals. That's a problem, but that's not what hunting is, or at least originally, about. The problem with human societies is that they invade nature and they cause natural structures to corrode, to disappear. And hunters are at least supposed to restore the balance of nature. For example, if we lack natural predators like wolves or bears, other animals will have no predators, which means that they will, well, get great population. But the problem with that is nature does not have the resources to sustain that population, and that would lead to huge problems. So hunters are supposed to make sure, oh hello there, the populations stay at the same level. And population control is a big topic of hunters, or of hunting in general. It's not just about shooting for fun. I mean, officially that's not a reason at all, but knowing hunters and knowing humans, fun is, at least in 74.64289% of all cases, usually at least one reason. It doesn't necessarily have to be the biggest reason, but it sure is one, usually. So kind of keep that one in mind. And hunters are also responsible for removing non-native species. If other people from other parts of the world bring invasive species that destroy nature, destroy native species, they need to get rid of. And hunters set trap. Why are they dead? Are responsible for that partially. Yeah, no, we need the key, and the key's there. I mean, I'm not entirely sure of the game design. I mean, it's a bit lackluster-ish, that I can just press a button and see where the key is, but on the other hand, how long would it take us to find this without any guidance? Even though we have to give Ubisoft credits for creating a mechanism in the options menu where we can deactivate all of this tracking. For example, this greenish button there that's telling us go there, interact. We can deactivate all of that. So Ubisoft allows you to... Oh, the water looks ridiculous. Yeah, 2022? Yeah, no. I mean, just look how it interacts with Everspotty. And that's cool. We have to give credits to those that deserve it, and that's cool. So, theoretically, we could easily get a more realistic approach to the game, but since that would take us 500 hours to complete the game, I'm not going to do that. We're still in need of a decent armor set. Maybe before we continue the main quest line. Oh no, it's a problem to return, right? We're not in England. Or can we just fast travel to England? I mean, I wanted to find out if we could use the smith to upgrade our gear. But I'm not quite sure if we can just travel to England with fast travel, considering we are in Ireland right now. It's a bit odd being in Ireland in the... I mean, right now, in the 21st century, and we still have no union between South Ireland and North Ireland. I mean, South Ireland is officially the Republic of Ireland, I believe. And the Northern Ireland is a... It's not a part of the United Kingdom. I mean, it's not United Kingdom, it's United Kingdom plus Northern Ireland. So... it's some kind of alliance thingy, being dependent on England, United Kingdom, but not being part of it. At least in the sense of, we are the United Kingdom. It's just, I never thought about it. It's a bit odd that Northern Ireland isn't part of Great Britain. I mean, it's part in the sense of they're named in the same instance, the same sentence. But it's always a differentiation, Great Kingdom and Northern Ireland. It's not Great Kingdom. It's not part of Great Britain, you know? It's just with them, which is odd. I mean, originally, as far as I know, the conflict between South and North originated because of religion. The Christians and the heathens from England. The Queen and her... I mean, not her own. his own. You know, there was once a British king who liked to kill people, especially wives. And at some point the Catholic Church came and the Pope was like, dude, you can't divorce all of them. Divorce, that's not okay. So that dude was like, okay. So your religion doesn't allow me to divorce? I'm going to make my own religion. And I'm going to be the head of it. Yeah, and that's how the story basically started. And we still have the story. The Queen is still officially chief or head of the Anglican Church, which is a bit ridiculous, but sometimes that's just how Great Britain is. This post was built for local delicacies, like honey and ale. You must restore it to its original condition to preserve the freshness and quality of these appetizing exports. If you read Asterix and Obelix, you know, the people from Gaul who fought Rome, you'll have noticed that there's a particular British brew that Obelix despises. I mean, with good reason. It's the question of the century. Why did Great Britain conquer half of the world? For spices, but they didn't use any of them in their own cuisine. I mean, you should think that a country that once dominated, you could almost say the entire world, for spices, should have at some point upped its own cuisine. But no, they just traded with it. They never used it. That's just... why? British cuisine could be extraordinary. But it's not. Which, as I already said, is odd, since they had resources from all around the world for hundreds of years. The best ingredients of all. They could have created a cuisine magnifica. But, yeah, they didn't. So, yep, that's Great Britain. Okay, we need to upgrade all of this. Raven. Workman's cottage. Blah. Production increase. Yes, yes. The storehouse. Our capacity for chest. Let's go. Ladies, please stop talking. Supply depot, yes, yes. When you're weak from... we'll never be weak from a fight.
Nei, það var ekki væta. Ambáttar váru allar að breiða akrunum. Svá enginn máttu færa hann baðvatn. Deyfaðist við hornmjaðar. Muni úrói á Írlandi.
Okie dokie. So let's try to get back to where we came from. How do I... Atlas? Yes. England, Norway, Finland, Ireland. No, England. Okay, so we need to travel to England. That's not a problem. Then we're going to check out if we can upgrade gear in terms of rarity. Dawn of Ragnarok. Ooh, hello there. You know what? Okay, I'm going to end the episode and I'm going to read this and then we're going to look at the rarity. We're not going to start Dawn of Ragnarok yet, but know that it is there. Jotunheim. Ooh. Well, yeah, until next time.